Football to me, much like puddings, is massive.
Crouchy, I've told you, I can't do the podcast no more.
I've experienced some of the greatest managers in the game, the Wengers, the O'Neills, and the other ones. So when Newport County asked me to manage them, of course I said yes.
Steve, you're finally here. We've got so much to do. We've got to get started straight away. We've got tactics, squad.
Things are going to start changing around here now that I'm in charge. Starting with no animals in the ground from now on.
It's one of the reserves, putting the work in. That's what we like to.
Going the extra mile to get in the first team. I was you once. Look at me now.
Aren't you the bloke of Crouchy's podcast?
Release him. Shame. Terrible attitude. Could have been a player.
It's a shame. Come on, Steve, we've got loads of work to do.
Game on.
And what better game than Football Manager?
So am I still the manager?
You're one of them. Jameson have challenged us to get Newport County promoted. Join the Jameson family, help Steve and I get Newport some virtual silverware. Subscribe to my Twitch and YouTube channel now.
I need to call my agent.
Hello everyone, welcome. It's a Wednesday evening, which means we are live in London in the Jameson pub. Myself, Tony Jameson, joined by the wonderful former professional footballer, former international superstar and podcast extraordinaire, the one and only Steve Sidwell. Steve, how are you, pal? Are you good?
Really good. I'm back.
You are back. You are back. And you know what?
I've been looking forward to this all week.
And I know you've been looking forward to it because this isn't just a thing, by the way, that we just do this on a Wednesday and then Steve turns his phone off and that's it, and he's not involved in it. This is a save we're doing with Jameson UK, Jameson Whiskey. They've challenged myself and Steve to try and get promoted with Newport County on Football Manager. And of course, we're going to use the Football Manager community's help to get us promoted because, of course, because we need some scouting. And obviously, if you've watched the streams during the week, then we need all the help we can get, or I need all the help I can get. And some of you might have thought, you know what, Steve's just going to turn up and just, dial it in on the Wednesday. Not true, because Mr. Sidwell, someone was texting me on Sunday evening while we were streaming at 11:30 at night saying, "You've got this, gaffer." And who was that?
It was me.
It was you.
It was me. I was keeping a close eye. You've got to make sure when I'm involved in stuff, I'm invested. And I think we've done a great job.
Mate, you know what? I think we've done a mixed bag, is what we'll say. We'll jump into the stream. We'll show you what we've got, because when we left it last Wednesday, Steve, you just had a little look at the first team, and then you'd done some friendlies. We've moved on a little bit since then, so let's have a little look as to where we are right now with Newport County, and this is us. 20 matches in, sitting fifth. What do you reckon?
Well, I'm more than happy with that. More than happy. What did we do? So I left it that we was two games in, wasn't it? It was a friendly against the 21s, and then our first pre-season friendly. Won both. So I left you with 100% record.
100% record, mate. You were superb.
If I'm honest, I was expecting to come back and we was around mid-table. So you've exceeded expectations. But yeah, December in general, I used to look at where my birthday. So where we'd play, because if it'd fall on midweek, if we was playing midweek, or on the weekend. So so my birthday's on the 14th, so this is Saturday the 16th, and we've got Grimsby at home.
Okay, so we're having a midweek out in Grimsby for your birthday.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Listen, the more the merrier.
Beautiful, right, okay.
If we win, everyone, we're all aboard.
If we win, we're painting the town of Grimsby.
If we win, we're going to get a crate load of Jameson. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, and we will drink responsibly while we do it as well, because we're not.
That's what we do.
Exactly. And as Steve Sidwell's just said there, Steve Sidwell has said, "I'm doing a good job," so I will take that as my badge of honour.
Yeah, you've done very well.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
But that can change.
I mean, of course it can. As you texted the other night, you're only as good as your last result, and you've had a shocker there. So that's like, right, okay.
So what was that? We beat Mansfield, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it weren't a great performance, a gritty one. We won. I said, we take them ones, on to the next one.
Yeah.
And then we lost the next one. And I said, you're only as good as your last performance. Liven up.
Yeah, the last performance was a shocker. This was this Stockport game here, 3-2 defeat. They were down to 10 men. We threw everything at them because we were 2-0 down. We got it back to 2-2, and then they did the 3-2.
I think we'll get into that. when we start getting into the gist of games and we start getting into Christmas party territory, because as a gaffer, I'm a big advocate of, listen, lads, we work hard and we play hard.
Yeah.
And then we stick together on the pitch and off the pitch. So I think you win more points off the pitch than you do actually on the pitch, if that makes sense.
That makes absolute sense.
Camaraderie, togetherness, when the chips are down and you need everyone to stick together, that's where it's built.
Perfect. This is why you're here, because these pearls of wisdom. I say this sort of stuff, and everyone just looks at me and goes, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You say it, and you say it with conviction, and I've bought into it already. I've totally bought into it.
Come on.
Right, come on, everyone. Newport County are going to get promoted. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league, Steve. I've decided. Okay? Not putting additional pressure on us at this point.
With 20 matches played, we've scored 43, the best. We've conceded 38, second worst.
Yeah.
We've got 23 yellow cards. We've got 2 red cards. That there is entertainment.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
We are entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. People are turning up, watching us, and thinking, oh, right, we're going to get our money's worth here.
Do you ever remember the goalkeeper, Stephen Bywater?
I do remember Stephen Bywater,
Played for West
yeah.
Ham. You heard about his debut?
No?
Against Bradford City.
Bradford City, right, okay. Let's have it.
It was West Ham v Bradford City at Upton Park. I don't know whether the score was 5-4 or 4-3. He didn't. I think this is his debut. It wasn't the greatest of debuts. I think when it was either when West Ham scored or when Bradford scored against him, he was looking up at the big screen at the replay, whilst Bradford were on the attack, about to shoot. I think they shot and he had to scramble by and save one of the goals. It's on YouTube. You have to go and watch it. It's
Unbelievable.
cracking. I played with Stephen Bywater with England under 21s. Great character.
Yeah.
And when that story absolutely correlates with the person that he is. If I'm honest, when I played, I preferred 2 strikers.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there was a change of the times when I first got into football. About 3/4 of the way through, it was always 2 strikers, and then towards the back end of my career, there was always that one.
You were the sort of the 4-5-1 generation,
and
weren't
now,
you? Yeah.
Look at football now. Very rarely do you see 2 strikers on a pitch.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Should we talk about golf? You had a bit of a chat with the golf earlier.
I love my golf.
Yeah, you do love your golf, don't you?
2 over the other day.
Did you?
That's 46 points I got. I nearly got slung out of the clubhouse. Can you believe I got 46 points? I didn't win.
Really?
Didn't win. But there we go.
Now here's the problem, of course. We've looked the business, and it's a set piece.
Good defensive clearance. Up to the ball. No.
Oh no!
That's a poor goal. That's a poor goal to concede that. That's really poor. We do well getting the first contact to get it out of the box, but look at this now. Turns, no one near him. Look at this.
Palmer Holden lets him go.
Look at 17.
Okay, we can do a touchline shout as well. We can shout something at the team if you want, but got the ball again. Gabs Pedersen's robbed, unfortunately. The thing is, the irony is we're looking pretty decent on the ball. We're just not looking dangerous, are we?
Bit of penetration. This is where we look good.
Here we go, Lewis.
This is where we look
ball
good.
through. There you go.
Back in the game.
Luke Plange, 10th goal of the season.
See, get the ball wide. Crosses into the box. Get bodies into the box. If you do that, we've got a chance.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do in this division.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can tell as soon as that ball went wide here to Bonswell, I thought we've got a chance here.
Yeah. Smart play from Lewis to just pull back a little bit, isn't it?
Looked offside there to me.
Lewis is away.
Great run in the channel from Payne. See, this is where we have struggled. But
we've picked it up.
Holden.
He actually needs to be the one that gets on the end of that, not putting the cross in. He just needs to be a bit smarter, hold the ball up, let someone else come in. And now, look at this. We've conceded off the back of that. It's decision making at this level, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just thinking there, as you said there, Palmer Holden, he's the one who's made the cross. We need him to be in the box.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, do we change it up so he stays in the confines of the sort of 6-yard box, really, that sort of tram line?
I don't
need to defend his corner. No.
Oh. I mean, it's all them, isn't it? That's the thing. I suppose the other option is we go to like a 4-2-4, get our wide players up a bit higher, bring someone on to complement Gamsh Pedersen and put a bit more defensive solidity in there. So maybe we move. I mean, I was going to say we move Lewis back, but Lewis is playing really well, getting forward, isn't he?
Yeah. P45 in the post for Steve.
That's a bit harsh, Ryan, isn't it?
Brutal.
It is. I mean, that's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's not what we wanted.
Positives. We got our shots away. Well, they're not on target. That's the problem.
On target. Yeah. Corners 11.
Negatives is defending again, isn't it?
It's like when Burnley used to play away, they used to their team tactic was to leave the dressing room doors open.
Oh, was it?
And they brought the biggest speaker ever, Sean Dyche, and used to whack it on full blast.
Love that. Look, proper like NFL style.
0 Fs given. Just literally.
That's what we need. 0 Fs.
Well, let's get the speaker. Let's take it. Where's our next game? Are we home or away?
Right now, it's at home. At home to
We're
Grimsby.
home.
We've just had Steve Sidwell's virtual birthday. So congratulations, Steve. Happy birthday to you.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah. Did you have a nice one?
It was a great night.
Brilliant. Yeah.
A few Jamesons, just a couple,
Yeah.
a couple of quiet ones.
Yeah.
On the rocks it was this time.
Oh, nice.
But it geared me up for this. So we're going to take the speaker, we're going to leave the dressing room doors open,
Yeah.
and we're going to get the music bumping.
Nicky Shorey was a player, wasn't he?
What
At
a
Reading.
player he was.
He was great.
We had we used to car share, me and Nicky Shorey.
Oh, did you?
We actually had a fight on the training ground and had to car share straight after.
Hang on. We have to pause this for a second, right? That's got to be a conversation, right? Sorry, start that again.
So we was at Reading at the time, and we had the five-a-sides, and as always, the five-a-sides always get a bit spicy.
Yeah.
He was on the other team. He went in to tackle me. Our team was winning, so he was playing this sort of Ole football. He went in to tackle me. I dodged the tackle. As he got up, we sort of squared up, and I threw the first blow, which was, the big headbutt.
You went headbutt first blow.
Yeah. I'm all in straight away.
Yeah,
I've probably got a headbutt, then 2 absolute haymakers. After that, then it could be anything. I'm not proud of this, by the way. Threw the headbutt first, planted one straight on his hooter, and then he's thrown one back, caught me on the chin. This was the day before a game, and then before you know it, we got split up. Steve Coppell, whoa, training over, walking in. Straight into the manager's office. Lads, come on, bloody hell. Anyway, we shook hands, we car shared, stopped off on the pub on the way home, had a couple of pints, and then
Amazing.
Played the next day. That's how we do it.
I love that. I love that. So it's also a threat to me, by the way. If this doesn't go well, I'm getting headbutted. So I've got that to worry about. In the chat, let us know your walk-in music as well, by the way. It's paying down the wing.
This is where we're dangerous.
Get
in there. Evans.
Will Evans, what a hit that is.
I feel as though he's our reliable man.
He's a good player, is Evans. Very good player. I was a little concerned that there's no one there when the ball gets cut back, but Palmer Holden chases it down.
Done well. To be fair play to Grimsby. They got back in numbers.
Yes.
But we capitalised. Oh, this is promising.
Payne
This
again.
is promising.
Get in.
Get in there.
Adam Lewis. Great
Love
goal.
that.
Great goal.
Oh, we don't want to score. We don't want to concede now. We don't.
Oh, no.
Just before half time.
Right, I'm struggling a bit to resize that chat bot, I'm afraid, but
That's poor.
that's not the Danny Rose, is it?
It doesn't look like it, but
No.
that was poor. That to concede just before half time.
Yeah.
Always a killer, that.
There's a question as well, by the way, as a Spurs fan, was Mourinho's team talk at Chelsea as eccentric or weird as the Spurs Amazon documentary showed? First of all, did you watch the documentary?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's good, wasn't it?
And it was.
Oh, hang on.
So we've just conceded just before half time and just after half time.
It's those concentration levels, isn't it?
So that's 2-2. It looked as though we were fully in control of this as well.
And it's Payne. He gets up early.
He was like Peter Pan, wasn't he? He was just doing nothing.
Yeah. Checking to see if it's offside. But I think he's miles on, isn't he?
Yeah, he's onside.
Good ball in.
Mark out wide.
Oh, that's a good ball, isn't it?
Ball,
There's
yeah.
Evans.
Evans sliding in out wide again. Bondswell. Good slide.
Slips Lewis in.
Got to be a
Oh,
goal.
there we go.
Got to be a goal.
Liquid Sid ball.
That was what we. That is Sid Jameson there.
Just right there, innit? Yeah. We reel them in as well, don't we? Reel them in. Let them sort of like think that they're in with a shot. What a ball that is by Bondswell.
Square it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies in the box.
Take your pick, innit?
Brilliant.
Take your pick who finishes that.
Brilliant. Good play. Good play. I've got a good feeling about this.
Great ball.
Good feeling about this. It's an own goal.
It's an own goal.
It's an own goal. Here we go.
That's what we want.
Here we go. Told you I had a good feeling about this. He was calm in possession, spacing behind,
Yeah.
covering defender. It's unlucky. That was pretty similar to my own goal
Yeah.
on my debut for Villa.
It's a good finish then.
Yeah, just brought real bad flashbacks.
Quick seconds to.
Hold on a minute. We don't want to concede.
We don't want to
Don't wanna
concede. It's cleared away. Welcome in the
Good.
Mad Scientist, by the way. Nice to see you. Appreciate the raid. As Adam Lewis goes charging on. Steve Sidwell, this is going to be number 5. Yes, it is.
Game, set, and match. Get
Yes. Thomas Roll says, hello, Mr. Jameson, and the greatest number 9 in Chelsea's history.
I think that might be a bit of sarcasm. What do you think?
I don't think so at all. I think you're... Right, find me a better number 9.
I couldn't believe it when he gave me the number 9 shirt, but I thought it was Jose Antics. I thought it was one of these mind games. I thought it was actually a joke. And then
Really?
the kit man, it was already made up. The shirt was already done, made up for me, and I had to just follow it through.
Yeah.
When I told my mates I was Chelsea's new number 9, they burst out laughing.
I love it, though. I love it. It's brilliant.
So did I. So did I. Listen, I would have worn number 99. It doesn't bother me.
100%. In fact, you know what? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you all. Steve Sidwell mixing drinks. Now, are you a qualified mixologist, Steve?
I wouldn't say qualified.
Well, no.
I've done it plenty of times.
At amateur level.
Yeah.
Amateur level
Which
mixologist.
is amateur hour, isn't it?
Well, exactly. I mean, you'd think so if I'm doing it. So there we go. So we're going to get ourselves a little mix on. Do you want to get those up into the screen? It shows what we're working with here. So
There we are.
a little Jameson's, a bit of ice,
Got a
and
bit of ice, bit of Jameson in there.
What else have we
How
got?
do you like yours? Strong or weak?
well, I'm not driving, so just put the straw in the bottle. No, just drink responsibly, everybody. Just with a little bit of taste would be nice. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. That's
I
perfect.
just think there's a little bit of
Yeah.
There's more than enough ice in there for us.
See, I never used to actually mix up my whiskey as well. I used to go neat and no rocks.
Oh, really?
But with a bit of ginger in it, I'm a fan.
There
I
we
do
go.
like
so
it.
we're just going to
Yeah.
just going to give that.
Perfect. Look at that action as well. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So there's
And
that, then we're
do you have a
just
little
gonna,
garnish?
We're just going to finish off
Mhm.
with a little.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh,
There you go, sir.
beautiful. Thank you very
There
much.
is yours.
I'll wait for you to do yours, and we can cheers together. So, welcome in, Big Taff Man. Saying hello to Mr. Sidwell, and the greatest comedian to ever have a residency at the Museum of Comedy. That is true, actually. I did do that, but I think there's other comedians who've had a residency, but I might be funnier than me, but they're not in this stream. So it's for us to celebrate.
There we go, sir.
Steve,
Cheers.
cracking victory.
Cracking victory. On to
Superb.
the next one.
On to the next one. Exactly, and a belated happy birthday as well. So
It's been a good week.
that was the big birthday present for you.
Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
That's cracking.
That's all right, isn't it?
That's cracking.
That's good work. That's
That
good
is
work. Who's the best manager you've worked under, Steve? That's a good question, actually. Because you've played under some
I did
absolute
play
legends,
some
haven't
really
you?
good ones. Steve Coppell was always great.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably ahead of his time. He used to do all the analysis himself.
Mm-hmm.
So picture this. When we used to do analysis on a Friday, he would wheel out a TV, you know, like you'd have in school.
Yeah.
He'd wheel one of them out, 2 VHS players, and he would have done all the analysis and cut and copied. And all, you know, like when he pressed play, you'd see all the crackling before.
Mm-hmm.
That on the opposition tape.
Perfect.
Yeah. So he was great, Steve Coppell. But I mean, Jose Mourinho was class.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, I said some stories last time. And this is when he was at his pomp. You know, he was a genius. You know,
Yeah.
he'd go out to train, and it would all have been mapped out already. We were always used to work on 2 pitches, and you'd walk out there and you'd just see cones and poles and little mini goals. You'd be like, oh, what's that? What's that one over there? And even the detail where the drinks break would be on the way to the next session, and then if there was 1 cone or 3 balls that weren't in place, his clipboard was down, he'd be on at his staff. It was always on the button on the time. He was a genius. He was brilliant.
I would have loved to have played for Mourinho.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he wouldn't have liked me as a player because I'm not very good, but I would have loved to have been there. You know, but I'd have tried
as long
hard.
as you give your all, he was a big advocate of that. But
Yeah.
I'd probably say if there was one part of my career I could go back to, it would be Villa, because it just didn't work out for a couple of reasons, and it was a stepping stone that really should have propelled me onto the next level. But for a few reasons, personally, my middle son was ill in hospital. But great club, great people, fan base, the stadium's old school. I used to love playing at Villa Park.
Those Villa Park
Training
under the
ground was
lights.
Great. Yeah, loved my time there, and I tried to give my all, but just had a few injuries as well, so it was just one of them times. But up the Villa.
Yep, up the Villa. That's Martin O'Neill's Villa as well at the time, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Now this is coming into your Christmas period, okay? So
Yeah.
19th of December, you said you were looking at where you're going to be over Christmas. We've
Yeah.
got a close fixture prior to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Big result. Players can have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. Bad result. What time are they coming back into training?
Big couple of days, this.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is where, as a coach, as a manager, from behind the scenes, they probably set out their predicted formations, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
or selections. They might go, right, I'm going to pencil in these changes for that game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming happens behind the scenes. Obviously, games might dictate that if they're different, or injuries, but we need to be a bit clever here. I think
Yeah.
we get through this period.
Oh,
in a
we're
good way.
flying. Right. So Plange is out.
Plange is out.
Bogle's 50% fit, 60%
The
fit.
thing is, we are going to need him during this Christmas period.
So the question is then, do we put him in now? We can always bring him off for Jepcot, start him and bring him off. He played well. It would be a shame to
Yeah.
not give him the opportunity.
Why don't we... Where does McLaughlin play again?
McLaughlin plays everywhere.
Yeah, so why don't we start Bogle
Yeah.
and then see how he goes, and then we can bring maybe McLaughlin
Yeah.
on. He needs a run out of McLaughlin, doesn't he? We need
I
to
think
bring him
so.
on, I think,
Get
this
his
game.
fitness,
Yeah.
fitness back up.
Yeah.
So let's put McLaughlin on the bench here
Yeah.
and play some Morris, because again he gives us loads of options.
Yes.
And then Plange can come off for maybe let's put Alfie on there for now.
Yeah.
Things might change. Wilfred Bonney's boy is
Okay.
should we maybe put
Yeah.
Wilfred Bonney's lad on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
Wilfred Bonney was at
Swansea and Man City.
and Man City. If he comes on and scores against Wrexham,
Oh, I mean, fairy tales
could be an absolute local hero straight away.
could be. They'll sing his name in the valleys, I reckon. So, right, surely we've got to start Jameson. They're suggesting, says George, but he did make a mistake. I'll leave you to run this one, Steve. Sorry. So
So what is this? This is in the dressing room, is it?
it's in the dressing room.
Oh, okay. Wrexham are 4th in the table. We are 7th. We need to step things up. This is a big rivalry match, and even though we're underdogs, I know you can win.
I know we can win.
I know you can win.
I know you can win, but do we also just tell them, like, just do what you did last time? Just pick where you left off.
Just keep it. Listen, we don't want to get them too much up for it.
Yeah.
We stuck a firework in there last time. They've done well. Should we just go a little bit? Keep it going.
Yeah. We're in a competitive playoff race, so if we win, we stay in contention. Matches like these matter for the fans.
I think if you bring the fans in.
Bring the fans in.
Where was that one?
That one there. Matches like these matter for our fans.
This one here, yeah. We're in.
Okay, here we go.
Look at that. I used to love playing away from home.
Yeah.
I prefer playing away from home than at home. There's nothing better than playing away from home, getting the 3 points and that bus journey back.
Oh, that must be a great feel, especially if it's a long drive. That makes that long drive better. But I imagine the drive home, if you've not got those 3 points and you've played badly, that must
hurts.
be, yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. But if you win, you shut the home fans up. I remember playing away at Anfield for Villa. We beat them 2-1 or 3-1 it might have been, and we got clapped off by the Liverpool fans. I've got to say, when they see good football, they
appreciate it.
They would respect it.
Yeah. You were saying as well before, when we finished the stream last week, we had a chat afterwards before we went, and you were saying that there's a few of the players would get their laptops out and they'd play FM on the drive home. Will Evans with a great goal at the back post.
Brilliant. Crossing to the box. Evans again.
Up the Exiles, come
Evans
on.
again.
Evans again. Bogle. Palmer Holden. Drop in. Bogle's ball in.
Brilliant. That's what we're all about.
Great start.
That's what we're all
Great
about.
start. Yeah, but you're saying the boys play.
Yeah, on the coach, or if it was a train journey, even on sometimes if you've got a flight, there'd be laptop out straight away, headphones on.
Fantastic. Have you played anything at home since last week? Then have you starting to get the itch for thinking
honestly,
about?
I got home last week and my boys, I've got 3 boys. They was like, "How was it, Dad?" And Lenny, he was on the chat.
Yeah.
He actually did say today, keep an eye on the chat. They was like, "Did you like it?" And I was like, "I absolutely loved it." So I'm just worried that my personality, when I get involved in stuff, I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Mrs. S, she might.
We've got a penalty.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait's gone through. We should also say that Lenny is not in the chat, by the way, because he's goal for Adam Lewis, because he's not over 18, so he's definitely not in the chat.
Yeah, I think he went on a different alias.
Yes.
What a penalty, by the way.
Great penalty.
2-0. All right, listen, this is where we got to stay alert.
It's crosses, isn't it?
Just
It's
before
out.
half-time again. It's exactly the same as last time, wasn't it? Just a simple cross in. Who was it? This one, it was Bonswell. Just got caught underneath it.
Palmer Holden.
Cut
back.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Palmer Holden's done this before, hasn't he?
Oh no.
That's fine.
See that
It's
out.
fine. Never in
See that
danger.
out.
Never in danger.
Referee blow up.
Huge.
That's a big
Huge win.
That's
Huge
a big
win.
That's
Back to backs.
That is a big win.
Question here from Copite. Night out on the Jamesons to celebrate. Stevie, are you taking Crouchy, Joe Cole or Bridgie? Well, bring them all.
I'm taking them all. I'm taking them all. Great lads. Crouchy, what a great lad Crouchy is.
Crouchy's like certified legend, isn't
Yeah. Just, great personality. Funny without even trying to be funny.
he? Yeah.
And good lads around. Joe Cole, again, I love Coley. What a player he was as well, by the way.
Feet like from a different country. There's no way.
I played against Joe when we was probably at 13, 14, and he was just a maverick, like a genius then. He was so good, and the pressure that he was under at that young age to go and make it, and literally the things he was doing, and then to play with him as well and watch him in training, one of England's greats in terms of natural talent. But on a night out, Coley's great, and also Bridgie. What a lad he is!
Yeah, is he?
Oh, on a night out, yeah. we need Wayne Bridge.
Excellent. Get him in. Obviously, you've done it because as a professional, you just want to play. You don't care what your body tells you. But in hindsight, would you look back and go, I maybe should have rested, or would you just do it all again?
I mean, I'd do it all again.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you got to be mindful of how many you have, and the medical advice is great. I mean, I remember once they injected my big toe because I had an ingrowing toenail in my boot, and I had to play with bigger size boots. So I had to play with Mark Schwartz's right boot, which was a size up, and they give me a nerve block in my big toe, and the injection was just before the game, right in my big toe. Couldn't feel it.
And that's not great for a footballer because you need your foot.
You need to feel it, yeah. But it worked.
Fantastic.
We've done a lot of fancy dress ones.
I was about to say, is it customary for fancy dress? What's the best fancy dress you've done?
I can't mention one. In terms of what I went as, fancy dress was always one. One of the best ones was actually when I played for Brighton. We beat Birmingham City on the Friday away, straight on the bus, up to Manchester for a 2-dayer. As you can imagine, some flaked and didn't make the second day. Stayed strong. I had the captain's armband on, so to lead away.
Got to show leadership, haven't
and
it?
It was a super Sunday up there. I think Arsenal was playing Man City, and we got into a pub full of Arsenal fans. And I think this video is on YouTube. I was leading the way with the Arsenal chants.
Oh yeah.
And I think they recognised. I was in fancy dress.
Yeah.
I was wearing like a rock star. I think I had like a long black wig, maybe t-shirt. I wanted like a bit of a punk rock star, and they noticed me and they started, Sidwell, give us a song, Sidwell. And I stood up on a stall probably in front of 200-300 people, most of them Arsenal fans, and started an Arsenal chant. And I think they might have won up there as well at the time.
Obviously inspired.
Yeah.
What's your go-to karaoke track?
Go-to karaoke track. I've got a couple. Suspicious Minds is obviously an easy one.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of Righteous Brothers.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the film Top Gun.
Yeah.
That's one up there. I like a bit of Kasabian. A bit of everything really. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. Got to feel the room.
Yeah, exactly. You can't go in with just one thing, one idea, and read it wrong, and then nah.
No. You don't want to get shut down. You want to get the place booming, bouncing.
Exactly. No, okay. I'm a fan. I must admit, I'm not great on a karaoke. I do try, but
I'm not a massive fan. Now you're thinking about it, the fancy dress. There's been a few. I remember going as a big chicken once.
Hang on, what? Hang on. Right.
Yeah, the Chelsea Christmas do. I went as a big chicken. We was meant to have a one out with the lads. We wasn't playing great around that time, so it was a case of we need to have a quiet one. So we ended up inviting the girls and at the wives, and I went as a big chicken. I think John Terry and his wife Tony went as Mr. Incredible and Mrs. Incredible, and at the time Ashley Cole and Cheryl Cole went as Batman and Catwoman.
Okay.
There was a few.
Because that answers a question I had when you said I went as a chicken.
Yeah.
I was going to say, was there a theme? Clearly not.
No,
because you could have been anything. Everyone's got all the cool costumes, and you went as a chicken.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late shout. It was a poor shout from me.
Yeah,
Normally I'm prepped, I'm ready, I'm good. That was a case of shit. We got
you were like
fancy dress party. I need the costume. What
you
can
were
I
like
get within 12 hours?
You were like one costume up from going as Steve Sidwell. Like that's literally you could have gone as Steve Sidwell.
When you see a big striker come through the door, I remember being at Chelsea, and in January we had obviously Drogba during the season.
Yeah.
But he was leading the line. He needed some help. We got Nicholas Anelka come in.
Oh, honestly, that was.
When you see Nico come through the door, oof.
He's a player, isn't he? I love Nicholas Anelka.
Yeah.
I thought he was superb.
Scored on his debut. Had a good career for Chelsea. When you see someone like that come through the door, he could be our Nicholas Anelka. Loved Boxing Day. Sport on Boxing Day in this country, you cannot beat.
It's amazing.
Right?
It's amazing.
The football, the horse racing, the darts.
Are you a fan? Are you a fan of the NFL on late night Christmas Day as well? Do you watch that?
I'm trying to get into the NFL.
Oh, mate, you'd love it.
I'm trying my hardest. I've done all the little mini series on on stream and Netflix and things like that. But yeah, I want to get into it.
Oh, yeah, you'd love that. You'd love it. Christmas Day, NFL. Everyone else has had too much food. They've had a couple of drinks. They're getting a bit sleepy. Yeah. They'll go to bed. I just sit out, Game Pass on. I have a great time. Great time. Okay. Watching them play in the snow as well. Loving it. Question here from How We Roll Owen. Steve, what would your philosophy as a coach be? More Wenger or Jose? Or more Steve?
Do you know what? Wenger was very much give give the players the onus. Oh, he done a bit of coaching when I was a young pro there, but yeah, great players. I mean, there's only so much you can coach with Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp, Perez, Vieira. Jose was very much on the training pitch, sort of dictating what happened. I'd say it'd be a mix.
Yeah,
I'd be a mix.
Yeah, I feel as though Jose was able to get more out of what he had, and Wenger was more a case of I know what I'm looking for, and I'll just go and get that.
Yeah.
And like his what a goal!
Brilliant.
Like Wenger's eye for a player was like nothing else, and revolutionised the British game.
Yeah.
Really, didn't he?
He was so calm, Arsenal. In team talks at half time, very, very, very rarely did you see him get angry or cross. Very composed, always, whereas Jose.
Who's been the best professional you've played with, ability-wise?
Oh, there's two. James Milner.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely superb. Millie, I mean, I think I played with him, was it under 21s? I think I trained with him, or when he come in for his first couple of games. And as a youngster, was still bossing and telling people what to do at that young age. Played with him at Villa, absolutely brilliant. Got every ounce out of his career. But someone that I loved playing with, and I took yes.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal that is!
Brilliant.
Palmer Holden doing what he needs to do.
2-0, that's great for us. Someone I loved playing with, and I watched in training really closely, was Frank Lampard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, every day he worked tirelessly. He trained how he played. He got the best out of it. He used to do shooting before and after training. All the goals he scored, they're no flukes. It's what he crafted on. He had extra runs. He was absolutely superb. So them two by a mile.
Not too long to go,
This would be
but
a big result for us.
corner coming in.
Oh,
It's our boy.
Here we go.
Kylo, come on,
Here we
Kylo.
go. Cheers to
Yes.
that. Cheers.
Big J.
Cheers to
Jameson with a goal. There we go.
Sidders has got Newport playing like Brazil.
Yeah, 100%. 100% you have.
Who
Look
said
at this. It's who says that?
Robbie Laz?
Robelaz.
Brilliant. What a result.
Mate, superb.
3-0 at home, Forest Green, Boxing Day.
That's as comprehensive as it gets, isn't it? That is superb.
Well done, lads. That's
Beautiful.
a good win for us. Okay, so where are we? We're fourth.
We're fourth. Palmer Holden and Plange have both got 10 goals,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yes.
Evans and Lewis have got 8 assists apiece.
Yeah.
Great. Let's look at the massive pluses. We're not conceding as many goals now. Yes, we know that the goals we've conceded have come from out wide, but we think we're going to address that with potentially that lad from Crewe.
Yeah.
But going forward, Steve, we look
gooder.
We look
so
good.
We did get off to a good start, trying to be a 3-1. We sent some fireworks in there.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some rockets going. We had 3 wins on the bounce.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
What a way to finish.
Absolutely. I think that's been fantastic. We haven't got time for another one, but we have got time just for very quickly say a massive thank you to everyone who's been hanging in the chat and being with us. Obviously, we'd love everyone to follow, wouldn't we, Steve? If we could get them to drop follows on the channel, that'd be much appreciated.
Keep seeing how we're doing, and we need help. Obviously, we do. Scouting reports, players, any kind of help.
Yeah.
The Football Manager family. Let's get us going.
Let's get us
Let's
going.
get Newport promoted. Come on.
We have to say a massive thank you to Steve Sidwell. Steve, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Awesome work, as always. And we'll be back on stream with me and Zealand on Friday. Steve's back with us on Wednesday. Thursday is with Clates. And then Friday, live in person. That's going to be class. Already, I'm excited about that one. So, right, take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. Go and give some love to Murph. Tell him that we sent you. And, have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. And please do drink responsibly. Take care of yourself, everyone. All the best. Bye now.
Regards to the families.
Regards to the family.